Today you are working on the TSIA Notes, Texas Success Initiative. It's pretty simple. You just have to think about it. I'm not going to be using the calculator, but the word in the parentheses tells you what kind of calculator you're allowed. So if it says basic, you have this practice sheet with you as well. Or I think you're going to get it on Monday. So if it says basic, that's basically, you have 4 basic operation calculator: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. If it says square root, that means you have square root function along with it. And if it says graphing, then it's a TI-84 calculator that you get on screen. So you're not allowed to use a Desmos graphing calculator. These are the limited calculators that you're allowed to use. These questions, to be honest, are easy. You just have to apply some thinking on them. So these are some I'm gonna do, and then you have some practice to work on. What is the value of z satisfy the equation above? You have to find the z from here. It says 2z plus 1 equals z. I have to solve for z. It's multi-step equation or 2-step equation. First, I'm gonna take that z from here and subtract from here, because this needs to be canceled, so this is 0. 2z minus 1z is just 1z, and then the plus 1, bring it down, equals 0. Now this is plus 1, so you do the opposite. Subtract 1 on both sides, so z is equals to -1. So there you go. The value of z would be -1. If 3r equals 18, what is the value of 6r plus 3? You will be able to find the r value from here, because it is equal sign, so you will have the r value. So 3r is equals to 18. That means r should be, it's multiplied by 3, so you divide 3 on both sides. R is 6. R is 6. I have to use this value of r in here. Now you plug in that 6r plus 3, so plug in that r value, which is 6, and then do the math. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 3 is 39. Simple math, simple basic PEMDAS that applied. So 39 is the answer. This one is multi-step equation, and also I'm going to use the PEMDAS over here. Whenever you have to solve something, you have to apply PEMDAS. So first, look through it. I actually have to distribute first. So 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times -20 is -40. And then I have to distribute over here as well. This is -1. This is multiplied is -15. And -1 multiplied by +8 is -8x. Equals 7. Now you can make train track if you want to. If you notice, you actually have 2 same terms on the same side. You have x and x over here, so this needs to be solved. So just imagine there's nothing on this side, so this needs to be solved first. 10x minus 8x is 2x. 10 apple, take away 8 apple, you're left with 2 apples, 2x. And then you actually will be able to solve this one as well. -40 and -15, which is -65. So this is called combining. I combined it. This was distribute. Equals 7. I need to find the x, so keep it over here. This should be plus 65 on both sides. So 2x equals 65 plus 7 is, you can use a basic operation calculator. 7 and 5 is 12, so that's 72. Then you divide it by 2, so x is 36. Oh, 36 is not here. What did I do wrong? Oh, 40 plus 15 is 55, not 65, my bad. So this is 62, so that's 31, sorry. This is 31. I was a little off. It is 31. My apologies. In the equation below, what is the value of x? So I have to find the x. So same way as I've been doing the above questions, I have to do this one. First, simplify this side. You have 3x, 1x, 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 and all are being added. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That's total 6x. Over here, this part is -5, -3, -2 is -5. Equals 7 plus 2x. This is 1x, another 1x, combined is 2. So basically you just have to combine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the number over there. So this should be +5. Number goes under number. So 6x equals 7 plus 5 is 12. Bring down remaining stuff. Now 2x needs to go on this hand side, so do the opposite operation. So it is being cancelled. 6x minus 2x is 4x equals 12. And then you divide by 4 on both sides, so x is equals to 3. It's two-step equation. That's what you did in the beginning of the algebra. All right, next question is, Lenny spent 15% of her 8-hour workday in meeting. So she is spending 15% of her 8 work hour. This is our 8 work hour. 50%, 50%, I can actually make them even smaller, 25, 25. This is just a rough idea to show you, like 15% would be actually this much part of that whole 100% or 8 hours. Okay, she spent 15% of 8 hours in meetings. So first thing you have to do is I have to find out 15% off. Off is multiply in math. So 15% divided by 100 is 0.15. So 0.15 off 8 means times 8. So this is what 15% means of 8 hours. 0.15 times 8 hours, which is 1.2 hours. Now I have 1.2 hours. How many minutes? You don't need answer as 1.2 hours, so this is not what you need. You need it in minutes. So 1 hour is 60 minutes, and 0.2 would be 12 more minutes. So this is basically 1.2 hours multiplied by 60 is 72. Because you have to convert it into minutes. 1 hour has 60 minutes, so you convert and multiply by 60. So it is 72. I already knew it because these are smaller, less than 12, less than 60 minutes. So it has to be 72. If there are 2.54 centimeters in 1 inch, how many centimeters are in x inch? Simple math. I have centimeters over inches, centimeter over inches. This is direct proportion or direct variation. If there's how much of this is how you write. Now gather your data. 2.54 in 1. How many will be, how many centimeters? So how many will centimeters in x inches? So I need centimeters can be calculated by, you multiply the 1 across and divide by this number. So 2.54 times x, and then you divide it by 1, which doesn't matter. So 2.54 multiplied by x. 2.54 times x. That would be your answer. Running at average rate of 5 miles per hour, how many minutes would it take Ryan to run 1 mile? He's doing 5 miles per hour. So 1 mile should be less than an hour. So it would be, and you need minutes. So how many hours would that be? And then you can actually, there are so many ways you can do. 5 miles in 60 minutes. I can do 5 miles in 60 minutes since I need my answer in minutes. So 1 mile will be, again, it should be like miles over minutes equal miles over minutes. He's doing 5 miles in 60 minutes. How many minutes would it take to run 1 mile? So you multiply the 2 across and divide by this. So 60 multiplied by 1 divided by 5. And then you can just simple calculate the, using the calculator. 60 divided by 5 is what, 12? He would need 12 minutes. That's one way to do it. It's pretty easy. You were allowed basic calculator for this one. So yeah, all of that division multiplication is basic stuff. I'm gonna leave this question for you, so try this along with the practice that you have. Let's move on to the section that has geometry in it. If the cost of putting in a basketball court is $5.50 per square foot, how many will it cost to put in a basketball court that has a 10 feet by 30? Interesting. $5.50 per square foot. So in order to cover 1 square foot, is gonna spend, or it's gonna use $5.50. How much square foot is area? Square foot is area. So you have a basketball court which is 30 by 10. So first thing I need to do is I need to find the area of that rectangular field. Area would be, you multiply these two sides. So 30 multiplied by 10 is 300. It should be 300 square foot. Square feet. So area is 30 multiplied by 10 equals 300 square feet. And the cost would be $5.50 multiplied by, what was the cost? Oh, 300 square feet. Simple multiplication. Use your calculator to multiply this number. It's gonna cost you $1,650, which makes sense. If you had 1 square foot, it was $5.50. If you have 300 square foot, it would be simple multiply both of these, and that's $1,650 or $1,650. Example number 6. The area of a triangle is 12. So area is 12. Formula for area of a triangle is half times base times height. What is the value of the x? X is the height of the triangle, because height is a straight line that makes a 90 degree with the base. So this is the height. That's how you define height. Height is a straight line that makes 90 degree with the base. So I have to find the h. You actually have to do some reverse math. So let's see what do we do. So area is half base times height. Area is 12. Half is 0.5. Base is x plus 2. And height is x. Okay, I'm gonna have some actually steps over here. I have to multiply this first. And then I have to actually multiply the remaining step with 0.5. So that is, actually I'm not going to multiply by 0.5. Let's keep it as 1/2. I will move that 2 on this side. So let's do that. 2, it needs to be times over here so I can cancel it out. So 2 times 12 is 24. So that 2 from the denominator is gone. I multiplied on both sides. So that 2 from the denominator, that was divisor, so I multiplied, it's gone. So this is 24 on this hand side. Equals to, now I'm going to multiply that x by x plus 2. X times x is x squared, and x plus 2 is plus 2x. It's a quadratic equation because I have an x squared here. What should be my next steps? It needs to be equal to 0 in order to solve. So x squared plus 2x minus 24 equals 0. That is how it's going to go. Next step, I'm going to solve the x puzzle. AC is negative 24 and B is 2. My number should be 2 times 12 is 24, and I need a positive, so let's see. 12 minus 2 is, no, that doesn't work. 4 times 6 is also 24. So 6 minus 4 is 2, and then 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. That works. So 6 and negative 4, it works. Okay, I need some space. So let's use the bottom of the page. Over here. So these are my x values. So it should be x plus 6. A value is 1. So even if I divide by 1, it's the same thing. So x plus 6 and x minus 4 equals 0. So I have to solve it separately. X plus 6 equals 0. And x minus 4 equals 0. X is negative 6 and x is positive 4. 6, height can't be a negative number. Height has to be a positive number. And it is positive 4. So this is a longer method. But this method is used if you don't have the multiple choice. If you have the multiple choice, this question actually can be solved in an easier way. All I have to do is I have to plug in the numbers. So area is half, base multiplied by height. So base is x plus 2 and height is x. Area is 12. Half goes half. And I'm just going to plug in a value. So I have 3 numbers over here. I'm going to pick 4. So it's 4 plus 2 and then 4. So instead of that x, I'm going to plug in 4s. From here, this is your normal math. 4 plus 2 is a 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 divided by 12 is 12. You can use a calculator because you're allowed a basic calculator over here. And there you go. It works. So if you have a multiple choice, I would suggest that plug in the numbers and you would have the answer. Rather than doing all that longer math, you can just plug in. And this would be faster. Same thing for number 7. I'm actually going to be plugging in a lot of numbers. The formula for the volume is given as V equals pi r squared h. V equals pi r squared h. R is given to you as 3b and h is given to you as 3b plus 5. Now they're saying is what is the volume of the cylinder in terms of B? So I need to find in terms of B. That means that R and H needs to be written as their counter values of B's. So pi is going to be like that. Instead of that R, I'm going to put 3B whole squared because it's R inside. And then in that H, I'm going to put 3B plus 5. Apply PEMDAS, so I have to solve these parentheses first. 3 squared is 9 and B squared is B squared. simple exponent property that you have done in the past. This can be 1 parentheses, and this is 3b plus 5. Now there's a dot in the middle. That means this is being multiplied. So I have to multiply this by 3b first. So there you go. Pi stays like that because there's no more pi to multiply. 9 multiplied by 3. Number goes with the number, letter goes with the letters. The same letter goes with the same letter. 9 times 3 is what? 27. B squared times b is b cubed. The property of exponents, if you remember, b squared multiplied by b1 is b. You add these two numbers, that's b cubed. That's for this. Now I'm gonna plus sign in the middle, and now same multiplication with the 5. So pi goes like that. 9 times 5 is 45, and b has nothing to multiply with, so it's b squared. So this is your answer. 25 pi, it should be this one. So I just did plug-in and PEMDAS, and it worked. Well, I did have to apply the exponent property that you kind of need to remember that at this point. All right, this is for this. You have these questions to work on, so hopefully you're able to do them. They're very similar, so you should be able to do your work. Use the backspace if you need more area.